Yeah. Okay.
What are you figuring out?
I think he has multiple because of the mention that one of them had reaction. Basically, they can move around at their own will. So I think his is he has multiples.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another Stone Face Reactions. I'm Theta, this is Justin, and we are here with episode 3 of Fate Zero. How about you go ahead and recap what happened last time?
Last time we were revealed the last official summon of the war, which was Castor. We spent some time with the child of the that was born or she's set up to be born in episode 1.
No,
And
she was born in episode 1.
yeah, you're right, she was. So we spent some time with her and the kid guy. The guy's name begins with a K, which shows his reason to fight. And they establish and talk to Arthur Pendragon, who is a lady, who is pulling a whole Joan of Arc and being like, "I'm not a lady. I'm going to lead a kingdom," and did their thing. Um, we had a, we had some books being stolen for basically for math to start to set up and to see what the world actually looks like in this current day and age. It the master for that summon, sure, then revealed he didn't know what he actually really wanted with the Grail. He knows what he wants the outcome to be from it, but the actual desires he doesn't know. And it ended off with assassin being sent to kill their ally, but the archer absolutely bodying assassin.
Alright. Well, I guess just as a name refresher. It's
Yeah.
Ryunosuke is the guy that you saw killing a
Yes.
bunch of people, and Castor is his
Yep.
summon. Uh, Kenneth was not in this episode, but he's the school teacher. Clock tower teacher guy.
Kenneth.
That Waver stole from.
Mm,
We don't know what his summon is. Hasn't been
yes,
shown
he
yet.
was.
No, he wasn't.
So he wasn't the same person as the one who had their summon steal
No.
the books.
Kenneth is
Okay.
the teacher of a clock tower
Yes.
that
Yes,
Waver
yes,
got
yes.
pissed off at and stole. That's why I said he stole the thing from him. And we don't know what Kenneth's summon is, but
Understood.
we do know Kenneth is one of the masters of the summons.
Understood.
Kiria is the guy, again, not in last episode, but the guy with the worms. And we don't know what his summon is. Kiritsugi is the guy with the daughter that we saw last episode, who is the master of Saber, Arthur Pendragon.
Yep.
Waver Velvet is the small kid you just described from last episode, who's the student of Kenneth, who stole the thing that allowed him to summon Ryder, Iskander,
Yep.
Alexander the Great. Tokiomi also don't think appeared this episode, or last episode, is the guy who's an ally of Kiri, the guy who sent the assassin after him.
Yes.
We don't know what Takomi is. Well, I guess we do. We know it's Archer because we saw him. We saw Archer.
Yes.
You have been unable to guess who Archer is yet, so leave that to the wind.
Isn't that character connected to the church?
Kiri isn't connected to the church. Kiri is the son of the guy who's like overseeing the whole Grail War from the church's side.
Yeah.
and Kiri is supposed to be the ally of Tokiomi. Kiri is the one who stood in the middle and had both guys circle around him, telling him everything. And Kiri is the one who has Assassin as the summon, though dead, as we saw last episode. So
Do we
yeah.
know if they're dead though? Because
Well, I mean, they looked dead.
yeah,
So yeah, like I said, we don't know Tokiomi's assassin, not assassin, their summon, other than the fact that we saw them and they're called Archer, but they're just Archer class. That didn't really tell you anything.
yes,
Especially given the fact that they were throwing spears. They look like.
they looked like half spears.
For also the benefit, I just realized I was showing the OBS the board that I had made from episode 11 as I was going over the names as my own refresher. So keep in mind, Justin did not see any of that. That's between you and me, the viewer. So didn't realize I was displaying it either. I just thought I was gonna just read the names off of my own board. Well then, anything else you want to put out there before we jump into this one?
No, but actually yes. The thought I had just before we started recording, which is, I think we're going to run into summons that want to kill want to kill people, and summons that are openly not willing to do so if it's unjust.
Well, I think it's an element of what you saw already last episode, is that the summons seem to keep to their own mentality. Do you ever watch Death Battle?
Little bit, but not much.
Well, you know the concept of Death Battle.
Yeah,
The idea of that you have to make these two people fight, but
yeah,
in reality, why would Superman fight, say, like Captain America? Or that's obviously not a fight that would happen.
yeah.
They're not even on the same scale. But you know what I'm saying.
I
These
do.
two people don't have the mentality to want to fight one another. They would try to talk or something like that. The same thing is here. You're taking your who in history do I want to fight for me, and you're going to want to pick somebody who's clearly going to be able to do the things you want them to do, but not have the mentality to get in your own way.
Yeah,
The same reason uh, Iskander wants to conquer the world, whereas King Arthur wants to save Britain. They've got their own baggage and way of thinking that they all come with.
exactly. So I think that's going to be an interesting point of contention, especially if there's a master and summon that have different views.
Um, yeah, that's what I was bringing up before about the concept of if you didn't bring like a relic or something indicative of who you wanted to summon, you'd kind of just get a summon that aligns with your personality well already.
Yeah,
So I guess that's the risk of summoning with relic versus summoning without relic. I think I discussed this before. Not with you. That's why I'm bringing it up again, or think that I brought it up the first time. Of getting somebody that you want, that you know might be strong, but might not align with you personality wise, versus just getting someone random that does align with you personality wise that might not be as strong.
yeah.
That's the risk.
Because that also opens up the door for somebody to help you become a better or worse person in the process.
Sure, that's a thing. All right, anything else?
No, that's it.
All right, let's go ahead and get on into it then.
But before we get started,
Make sure that you hit the like button.
hit that subscribe button.
Comment down below to feed that algorithm.
On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this, unfiltered,
Uncensored.
And uncut.
as well as some early access stuff,
You can check it out over on the Patreon.
it's just $5 a month. But hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
さて、守備は上々。随分とつまらないさじに俺を煩わせたものだな、時読み。恐縮であります。王の中の王。
King of Kings.
英雄王、ギルガメッ
Ah,
シュ。
that's right. I forgot to give it away right off the bat.
Got it.
今宵の試技は英雄王の意
As I
向を
said, somebody over here was Gilgamesh.
さらに
Just got them all wrong.
That makes sense with the Throne Spears
見定
then.
めるべく今後に備えた
Yeah,
強払い
King
で
of
ございま
Kings,
す。
Gilgamesh. The first king, I guess. I don't know.
よかろう。まだ当面は散策だけで武領を慰められそうだ。この時代、なかなかどうして面白い。お気に召されましたか、現代の世界は。どしがたいほどに醜悪だ。が、それ
I
は
love
それ
that
で
answer.
ようもある。肝心なのは、ここに俺の財に加えるに値するだけの宝があるかどうかだ。もし我が寵愛に値するものが何一つない世界であったなら、無益な召喚で俺に無駄足を踏ませた罪は重いぞ。時読み。ご安心を。聖杯は必ずや英雄王のお気に召すことでしょう。それは俺が改めて決めること。まあいい。当面はお前の口車に乗ってやろう。この世のすべての財宝は俺のもの。その聖杯がどの程度の宝であれ、俺の許しもなしに雑種が奪い合うなど見過ごせる話ではないからな。時読み、一切は任せておくぞ。
I guess, despite the fact they gave it away right off the bat, I'm glad at least you guessed wrong like 4 times in a row.
やれやれ。まったく。
hmm
よりによってギルガメッシュが単独行動スキル保有のアーチャークラスに限界するとは。まあ、当面のところはきれいに任せておけばいい。今のところは予定通りだ。
I guess technically
I
they
don't
look like
think
there was a
Assassin's
body there.
dead. Yeah.
And again,
There-
all the hints
There,
from
was,
the
there
opening.
wasn't a bot.
I mean, you still don't know. What, how many do you know right now?
Caster, Archer, Rider, Saber. I'm trying to think if there's any I'm forgetting.
I mean, technically you don't know Castor because you haven't figured out who he is yet. But at least you've seen him, so I guess I'll give you that.
I think there's one scene that I'm forgetting. Don't know who it is.
Say him again. Say the classes that you know again. One more time for me.
Archer, Rider.
I'm sorry, you only said 2.
We'll see. We'll see.
Well, I was gonna list the ones you didn't know, the classes, but again, I guess you broke up. You didn't say anything.
アサシンがやられた
hmm
おいライダー進展だぞ早速一人脱落だおい
I don't think Assassin's dead.
おい分かってるのかよアサシンがやられたんだよおいもう聖杯戦争始まってるんだ僕がこうして偵察しているのにお前は毎日せんべいかじってビデオ見てるだけじゃないか使いまいかだぞネズミイカだだいたい必要ない時は霊体化してろって言ってるだろそのための魔力だって僕が供給してるんだぞ
あのな、暗殺者ごときがなんだというのか
Fuck assassin.
隠れ潜むだけが取り柄のアサシンなんぞ世の敵ではあるまいにそれよりも坊主すごいなこれだこれ俺この B2 という黒くてでかいやつ素晴らしいこいつを10機ばかり購入したいのだがどうか
So I can afford that.
その金で国を買い取った方が早いぞ、
うん
きっと。
おお、そうか。やはり問題は資金の調達か。どっかにペルセポリスくらい飛んだ都があるなら手っ取り早く略奪するんだがのう。とりあえずこのクリントンとかいう男が当面の難敵だな。誰予想以来の手強い敵になりそうだ。
まあ何に
That's
せよ
right.
真っ先に脱落したのがアサシンだったのはありがたい。
Iskander's biggest opponent
お
will
前
be
はど
Bill
うせ真正
Clinton.
面から敵にぶつかっていくタイプだろう。
Oh, that's
変に
funny.
気さくで足元すくおうとしてくるようなやつがいなくなったのは好都合だ。
このトマホークとかいうのも使えそうだ。
セイバー、ランサー、アーチャーの三大騎士クラス、そして暴れるだけが脳のバーサーカーはお前のあのホーグをもってすれば全く恐れるに足りない。あと厄介そうなのはキャスターだ。あいつの正体さえつかめればもう。
アサシンはどうやられた。だからアサシンを倒したサーバントだ。
Servants, that's right, that's what they're called.
多分遠坂のサーバン
Got
ト
it.
だと思う。姿格好といい攻撃といいやたら金ピカで派手なやつだった。ともかく一瞬のことで何が何や。
たわけ。
ち
世が戦うとすればそれは勝ち残って生きている方であろうが、そっちを視線に観察せんでどうする。まあ何でもいいわ。その金ピカだかなんだかを見て他に気になるようなことはなかったか。
そんなこと言ったって夜中だし、ほんと一瞬の。いやーなあライダー、サーバントのホーグって普通は一つ限りだよな。
原則としてはな。まあホーグを数で捉えようとするのは意味がない。知っておろうがホーグというのはその英霊にまつわるとりわけ有名な故事や逸話が具現化したものであって、一つの特殊能力、一
Yeah.
種類の攻撃手段といった場合もある。
じゃあ剣を10本も20本も投げつけるホーグってのもありか。
無数に分裂する剣か。あり得るな。それは単一の宝具として定義しうる能力だ。
でもあれは分裂したというにはあまりに一つ
It
一つ
also
の
wavered
形
just
が違い
considered
す
them all
ぎ
to
る。
be swords. When we said spears or whatever.
敵の正体なんぞはいずれ相まみえた時に知れることだ。
そんなんでいいのかよ。
よい。むしろ心が躍る。食事にセックス、眠りに戦。何事につけても存分に楽しみ抜く。
In that order.
人生の秘訣であろう。さあ。
I learned that from watching
そろそろ
Conan.
外に楽しみを求めてみようか。
O'Brien.
出陣だ坊主。支度せい。
出陣ってどこへ。
どこか適当にそこらへんへ。
ふざけるなよ。
遠坂を見張っていたのは貴様だけではあるまい。となればアサシンの死も知れ渡っていよう。ここからは
Yeah, most
他の
likely.
連中が一斉に動き出すぞ。そやつらを見つけた橋から勝ってゆく。
見つけて狩るって。
Remember our mercenary guy said I'll be home in 2 weeks, so that's as long as he thinks this is gonna play out.
足に関しては他のサーバントより優位におるぞ。
Okay, so this is all like a equivalent of
待って待って
D&D where you people are like, how long did it take you to reach level 15? 2 weeks.
Oh, also remember at the end of every episode there's like a countdown timer. So the show is also telling us how long it's gonna run.
Yeah.
受諾する。監督役の責務にのっとって、琴峰理性があなたの身の安全を保証する。さあ、奥へ。
父上、誰かこの教会を見張っている者は。
ない。ここは中立地帯として不可侵が保証されている。余計な干渉をしたマスターは、教会からの還元がある。
では、反対ということですね。念のため、警戒は怠るな。常に一人はここに配置するように。
は、かしこまりました。
現場の監視をしていた者は。
Yeah.
私が確認したところ。
Oh, okay.
What are you figuring out?
I think he has multiple because of the mention that one of them had
一人足り
free
ないか
action. Basically, they can move around at their own
全
will.
てのマスターに見せておきたかっ
So
た
I think his is he has multiples.
今の局面で御三家の邸宅を監視することはマスターとして当然の策でございましょう。
その程度の用心も怠るようなものであれば、
I mean, there you go.
どの道我らアサシンを警戒する神経など持ち合わせておりますまい。
アサシンが排除されたものと油断しきっているマスターたちの背後に、我ら影の霊は今度こそ本物の影になる。
これで先端は開かれた。いよいよ始まるぞ、第4次聖杯戦争が。このローコスも今度こそ奇跡の
And they already
成就を
pointed out
届
that
けられ
one
そうだ。
master was not watching the fight.
Yep.
ここがキリツグの生まれた
Yeah,
国。
remember they were in
どう
Germany,
セイバー。
and the fight is in
空の旅
Japan,
の感
so
想は
Yeah.
決断どうということも期待していたよりは味気ないものでした。英霊ともなれば空を飛ぶくらい驚くほどでもないかしら。そういうわけでは、サーバントは限界する際に現代の知識を与えられますから、いざとなればこの飛行機という機械を乗りこなすことも可能です。操縦できるの？私の机上スキルは幻獣真獣を除いて乗り物という概念すべてに適用される能力ですから。蔵にまたがり手綱を握れば、あとは直感でなんとかなります。蔵にまたがり手綱を。私
I
は
thought Ryder would
笑われる
get
ような
that.
ことを
Okay.
言いましたか？
they have their own.
でも
King Arthur
生
rode
身
a
の体
horse,
で
didn't
飛
he?
行機に乗ったサーバントなんてあなただけよね。
Would have had
そ
to.
れは申し訳ありません。
They get their
私が
own,
霊体化できないばか
you
り
know,
に。
from their
あ
own
あ、そういう意
legends.
味じゃないのよ。
Ryder
気
would
にしない
be
で。
better at
あな
riding
た
a
いくら
horse
見
than
てて
she
も飽
would,
きないし。
or riding anything,
アイリスフィー
but she has her
何
own
か変わった
skill.
ことでも。ううん、なんでもないのよ。あなたがそういう笑い方をするときは、
So I'm guessing Ryder might
あ
not
なた
have the
の悪い
limitation of
なん
mythical
でしょう。
or
正直に言って
legendary.
ほしい。あなたがず
I
っと
don't
実
know.
体なのは何も悪
There's
い
a
ことばかり
thing
じ
I
ゃな
think
いって
Griff and
こ
I
と。
did
おかげで私に
when we
は
were
あ
watching
なたの
this
服を
that
選
I
ぶ楽しみが
didn't
増えた
bring
の
up
よ。
here that
アイリスフィ
maybe
ー
I'll bring up
本
next
当の私
time,
のこの格好は
and
こ
that
の時
it's
代に馴染むも
I
のな
had
のです。
stat cards
私との
with
釣り合いの
spoilers
中で選んだ服
blotted
を選
out
ぶと気
so
に
that you could see what
いえ
their
別
each
に
person is supposed to be
それな
good
り
at
に
and
動きや
not
すく
good
なり
at.
ますし、断層には慣れていますから。すごい活気ね。
It's something that a
すでにキ
commenter
リツ
brought
グ
up
も
to
こ
our
の地に
attention,
たどり
so
着いて
it
るっ
would
てはず
be
でしたね。ええ、半日
safe
早
to
く
do
ね。
again.
でも向こうから見つ
Got
けて
it.
くれるから大丈夫よ。当面は状況の変化を見極めながら柔軟に臨機応変に。せっかくの日本だもの、戦いが始まる前に満喫しておかないと。危険です。どこかに拠点を構えてからキリツグを交えて一旦方策を詰めるべきです。それはそうだとは思うけれど、もったいないじゃない。せっかくこんな遠い国に来たんだし。
She's like, we're in a war. Okay,
私ね。
Dan, this is pretty. This is what I'm thinking about.
だから外の
Well,
世界を出歩くの
again,
は
remember
これ
that
が
her own
初め
husband
て
is
なの。
planning for her to
でもあ
die,
なたは
and
こ
she
れま
have
での
told
生
her
涯
daughter,
ずっと
I'm
あの
going
城
to
で。
die. So,
Yeah.
her wanting
私
to
は
enjoy
聖
her
杯戦
time
争の
isn't
ため
really,
に
you
作ら
know.
れた人形だったから。
Also, that
もちろん
sentence
Yep,
is
because
very
you're living
important.
知らない
for
わ
every
けじゃ
day.
ないのよ。キリツグが
If you didn't pick it
映
up,
画
she
と
says
か
I'm a
写真
puppet
と
made
か
for the Grail War.
外の世界の景色や出来事をいっぱい教えてくれたもの。
Mm-hmm.
That is a
この目
major
で本当
sentence
に
to
世界を
remember.
見るのはこれが初めて。だからごめんなさい。はしゃぎすぎちゃった。止めてください。
Okay, I thought for a
この
second.
街を歩くのは初めての経験ですが、エスコートは騎士の役目。及ばずながら努力します。さあ、どうか。
He checks, walks in,
装備
she
品一
checks,
式
and
すべて
walks
到
in.
着しております。マダムたちもすでに冬季に到着し、動き始めています。これで他のマスターたちは、マダムをセイバーのマスターと思い込むことと。
わかった。
He's using his wife as
昨
bait.
夜、遠坂邸で動きがありました。記録した映像です。
If she's set to die,
この展開、どう見る？
出来すぎのように思います。アサシンの侵入から遠坂のサーバントの攻撃までのタイムラグが短すぎます。気配遮断スキルを持つアサシンを事前に察知できたとは思えませんし、侵入者があることを承知していたのではないかと。
サーバント戦では英霊の正体を秘匿するのが鉄則だ。なぜ遠坂はミスミスサーバントを晒すような真
He
似をした？
said they're allies. Why did he send an assassin?
ということでしょうか。
まあいいや。アサシンのマスターはどうなった？
昨夜のうちに教会に避難し、監督役が保護下に置いた旨告知されました。アサシンのマスターは琴峰キレ。
まあいいや。冬季教会に使い魔を放っておけ。
okay.
いいのですか？教会の不可侵地帯にマスターが干渉するのは禁じられているはずですが。
監督役の
And keeping in mind that so many magicians are all over the place. Familiars keeping watch on people.
Yeah.
The second time we've heard it.
We are very much in a position.
こちらに。
Are they breaking the rules by having him hide in the church but still using his assassins?
Remember the guy who's judging all the rules is his dad? So
100%.
衰えたな。
はい。
そこの悪さより
That's why I'm questioning if they're breaking the rules by doing so.
軽いんだ。もう8歳になるのに。
my daughter weighs less than this gun. It's a statement.
今必要なことだけに意識を向けてください。
And how to cheat on my wife.
余計なことは考えないで。
That wife who I'm using as bait.
Yeah.
素敵。まるで夜空の合わせ鏡みたい。
No one. It was never said that he's a great.
Sorry, sometimes when your connection cuts out just the right words. All I heard was no one ever said he's great.
とても楽しいわね。殿方のまがいもので事足りましたか？火の打ちどころもなかったわ。今日のあなたはとっても素敵なナイトだったわよ。光栄です。
I think it would be funny if his wife fell for Pendragon.
セイバー、海は好き？好きと言われるとどうだか。私の時代の私の国では、海の彼方は常に遺敵の押し寄せてくる場所でしたから、忌々しく思うことはあっても憧れたことはありません。なんだか申し訳ないわ。あなただって同じ女なのに。
The most real shit ever. Yeah, the sea ain't good for me, man.
こんな風に楽しむ余裕なんてなかったのよね。アイリスフィールこそ本当は私ではなく、キリツグと街を歩きたかったのではないですか？あの人はダメよ。辛い思いをさせてしまうわ。キリツグはあなたと過ごす時間を楽しまないのですか？あの人
It reminds him that you're gonna die.
苦痛を感じてしまう人だから。
That's a sad relationship.
敵のサーバント。はい。100メートルほど先の物陰から気配を漂わせています。どうやら 我々を誘っているようですね。律儀ね。戦う場所を選ぼうってわけ。お招きに預かるとする？望むところです。
Oh, shit's about to go down.
Here we go.
早く降りよう。ここは早く。
何を言う。見張るにはあつらえ向きの場所ではないか。
降りる。いや、降ろせ。もういいや。
落ち着きのない奴め。座して待つのも戦のうちだぞ。
帰りたい。イギリスに帰りたい。
そうせくなと言っておろうに。ほれ、状況もようやく動き出しそうだぞ。盛り上がってきたわい。
All right.
今日一日この街を練り歩いて過ごしたものの
Time for another reveal.
どいつもこいつも穴熊を決め込むばかり。俺の誘いに応じた猛者は
The last person you thought Gilgamesh was.
その成長な陶器
Yes.
セイバーとお見受けしたがいかに。
いかにも。そういうお前はランサーにそう言うな。
これよりし合おうという相手と尋常に名乗りを交わすこともままならぬとは今日の野良の縛りがあったものだ。
Based off the music, I think he's connected to the oh, was it?
セイバー、気をつけて。
I know.
中魔術ぐらいのサポートはできるけど。
It's one of those things that's on the tip of my
そ
tongue.
れ以上はランサーはお任せを。ただ、
The Three
相
Kingdoms.
手のマスターが姿を見せないのは
Oh,
気がかり
no,
です。
you're wrong.
妙な策を浪するかもしれない。
Okay.
注意しておいてください。
You're talking Chinese.
The music
history.
combined with the spears.
あなたにお任せします。わかったわ、セイバー。この私に勝利を。はい。必ずや。
Yeah, no, he is Western. I'll probably use the word
Western?
mythos. Western history, legend, etc.
Oh, okay, that doesn't help.
Well, I mean, based on what you said, because, you know, Three Kingdoms is Chinese history, mythology, legend.
Yes.
Yeah, he is. Well, you're about to see his outro in the thing here, so. Then you saw it before and you thought it was Gilgamesh, so. Right here. I don't think there's any way you see that and think China.
Okay. Castle tree.
Also, I guess the hint there is that there's a noose hanging in the background of Castor.
Yeah.
And this guy who we haven't
So
been
the
introduced to
noose
yet.
in the background is what placed English, French, or early American.
I guess the only other
Fighting
thing.
with two spears. That's gonna bother me.
お手並み拝見だ。可愛い騎士王さん。セイバークラスの高魔力は伊達ではないか。
この男、できる。
じゃれ合いはそこまでだ、ランス。
何が起こっているの？
行きます。連れて行けバカ。
I guess the only other thing I would point
Demonic
out.
spear.
The only other thing I would point out is you noticed Saber's weapon, right?
Yes.
And what was stand
looked
out
like
about it?
Lightsaber.
It looked like what?
The blade looked like it was energy.
Ah, I think you got that wrong. I'm not going to correct you though, because the episode will. I'm just trying to see what you were observing.
Well, if it's Arthur Pendragon, it's Excalibur.
I mean, they already mentioned that and like describing who it was, but I don't know if that's true yet or not either. Then that's not me trying to figure out what I should or shouldn't know. I don't
Yeah.
remember. I don't remember if they say it or not. But it will
Yeah.
be brought up next episode. Not the Excalibur thing, but what I was talking about before. I will also say that Lancer is one of those that doesn't like strike a chord with me once you know who it is. It's just not somebody who I know. Which is what I was saying last episode. That some of these, if you just don't know them, you don't know them. They're not all going to be worldwide historical figures. Some of them could just be national historical figures.
Got it.
Like, I don't know, does Jesse James play out well in China? Do people in China know who the fuck Jesse James
Exactly.
or Bonnie and Clyde? I don't imagine Bonnie and Clyde showing up in this show or series or anything, but I just
No.
would Bonnie and Clyde. Do people in India know who Bonnie and Clyde are? So I assume that there are figures of history the same way in Europe that just aren't known well in America or things like that. So I just don't know who these people are, even after I know who they are.
Curious to know why they chose who they did for the servants.
Well, I can give you one hint, only because I've already talked about it. What did I say happens? What did I say the two different versions of a summon were?
Familiar and servant.
No. You have a thing to summon a specific person, or you
Oh,
don't.
or it's just personality.
Right. So, okay, I think you could be able to figure it out by now. Who do you think Lancer's master is? You know most everybody else who's with who.
Yeah.
So who do
I
you
think it's
think?
the bug guy.
All right. Well, I'm not going to fill in any blanks there then. So
Okay.
I feel that's
I
the
also
dead end
think
of the
I'm wrong.
conversation. I feel that's the end of that conversation because I think next
Yeah,
episode's
I
gonna.
think I'm wrong. I think I'm not connecting dots.
Yeah, and I think next episode's going to say everything too. So I think I'm just gonna let that go. So, anything else you want to say about the episode though, or things that happened, character connections, etc.?
The only thing will be I'm don't know if this show's going to have romantic entanglement arcs in it or aspects. But if it does, I think it's gonna be Arthur and Dude.
Arthur and who?
Arthur and his master and her master's wife.
Irisbel, I believe her name is.
Yeah.
I don't have the board up anymore, so sorry, it's her and her daughter. I get confused all the time. When we watched this episode the first time, I thought he had brought his daughter with him, and that Saber was protecting his daughter. And Griff was like, "No, that's obviously his wife." I'm like, "What?" Because all I'm remembering is his daughter's face, and it's like they have the same face basically. So I got
Yes,
that
they do.
completely wrong the whole episode. So I wasn't looking for like some sort of romantic tie between Saber and a little girl.
Yeah, so it's not between Saber and the little girl.
Oh no, I'm saying because I thought it was the little girl the whole time and not his wife. Because also you keep in mind that Saber
Yeah.
is a short woman, and put her next to the other person, and everybody becomes short, really. So
Fair enough.
I was just getting stuff wildly wrong the first time that I watched this. So I just get the benefit of recontextualizing scenes I've seen already and getting them right.
But yeah, that's my thoughts.
All right, then. I guess we can go ahead and wrap up. Once again, I've been Theta. This has been Justin. We've been Stoneface Reactions, and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?